of all, thank you for those of you that renewed your membership. We are happy that you're back. We're also looking for new members. So we want to grow our membership list. We all know how fun it is to come here and get free stuff, meet new friends, get involved in the pro bono project. So anyway, thanks for being here.
Valley Regional Library up in Firestone. Your deadline to submit the form, you don't have to have your artwork done, but you have to send me the form by March 28th so I can put a spreadsheet together and give it to the library. Your artwork needs to be delivered to the library on Saturday, April 11th between 10 a.m. and 1:30 p.m. because we have to hang it that same day, so we need the time to do that. And in conjunction with the exhibit, Pam, with my assistance, and now with Pat Monroe's assistance too, is going to run a make and take workshop on Saturday, the 18th of April at the library. The next one is going to be called Dreams. It's going to be at Children's Hospital. That show runs from July 17th to August 28th. However, because the hospital will hang the show for us and make all the signs and everything else, we need to have the form submitted by June 15th. So again, the form has to be submitted by June 15th. The show will not be hung until July 17th.
Lori, Betsy, and I are putting together a pro bono project that we're doing for a place called The Grove. The Grove is going to be a 40-unit affordable housing, a place that's being constructed. So what we're doing is we are creating a 5-foot by 5-foot mosaic for their entryway. And so they are paying for the frame and getting it hung, and we are making the leaves. And then we're going to be putting it together. Is the picture on here of what it looks like? Okay, that's us at CMA too. We were just there last weekend. So there it is. Okay. So we are asking members of this group to make some leaves. Now, some of the leaves, I'm working with some of the adults that are going to go into this housing facility, or not facility, home, it's not home.
Resident.
Yeah, resident, I don't know. Location. Anyways, location. I'm working with those adults there to make some clay leaves, so they're going to put their name, and then they're special needs adults. And so they're going to make some leaves. We're also going to make some leaves, and then we're going to be putting this together. But putting it together is only going to be a few people because it's going to be a little bit of a crazy. So the leaves are made by us and made by the residents, and then the rest of it we're going to be probably making with stained glass too. The letters are going to be made out of steel, and we are trying to figure out that double gold border, trying to figure out how we're going to do that. So here's a sample. Now she used all stained glass for the sample. So we have mesh, and then she put it on a board. We don't have boards for you. If you want to participate, we do have some tag board that you can use, which is not quite as thick, but if you need a hard surface. One thing we do ask that it's all like the same level. So if it's stained glass, it's all the same level, or if it's vitreous, try to make it all, just to make it easier to grout. If you can help us, we need these back by July 31st.
The pebbles were from various websites. I think I got some from Betsy. I had some semi-precious tumbled stones that I used here. And I also used a construction adhesive that comes in a powder that's pretty fast setting. So I think if we use that, we'll be fine within a couple hours, so they won't fall apart on our way home.
I found these really cool substrates. They're from a company called Trekell, Trekell. They already have this router groove in it, and they have a keyhole hanger on the back, which I wouldn't suggest. I'll put D-rings on it when I'm done. But I thought it was kind of cool that I can mosaic on the center part. There's a gap, and then I don't have to frame it. So I'm just going to paint the wood.
An ocean, and they're just all barely above sea level. So all the resorts and everything are built on big piers. So you live in little houses out on these piers, and then they'll have like a restaurant or something at the end of the pier. So you're really in the ocean. And so it was just a memory of the sky and the ocean and the palm trees.
I have a ring saw and a table tile saw. I work in tile. I work it all out ahead of time so that I use this as a template for the pieces I put in. And this is a picture I got of my granddaughters a couple of years ago, and they were playing with some umbrellas and a fountain that was spraying water on them, so volunteering to get wet.
It's a hummingbird, obviously, and poppies. And a lot of people have offered to buy this piece, and I'm like, no. That's how much I love it. And there's not much to say about it. You know, I used almost all glass. I used some iridescent gems here for the centers, and I just have always, this piece just made me really happy, so I thought I would share with you today.
And what I do is I start with a necklace, and incidentally, the necklace pendant is also mosaic. The base it's in a bezel, and they used epoxy sculpt as the material to set the stones in. And the stones are from my jewelry line and other places, and it hangs on a leather cord. And you can take the cord, you can take it off and wear it, and when you're through with it, you can put it back on the frame and have it on your shelf as a piece of artwork.
I took online a workshop from Diane Sonnenberg on mandalas, and so she's using mostly like crystals and minerals and stones and stuff, which I didn't have any, so I went out looking for it. I fell in love with these pieces here, which is, I think, hematite. And then I tried to figure out everything else. So for me, trying to gather materials was a big chore. But it was really fun.
So you can color epoxy sculpt with oil paint, not acrylics, oil. So I have the 3 primary colors in oil. So I mixed those up until I got a color that kind of matched the orange here. Then I mixed that with the epoxy sculpt, and then I put it around the edges, which seems to have worked reasonably well because it's protected the edges. It wouldn't have hurt anybody.
Yeah. God, it's just so easy
I
to get
know
off.
it's
It's amazing. This one, yeah, these are great. The light.
So there you go. You can make it closer.
Well, there is color correction on your phone. Then what I do after I cut the Ouija board is I set it in the frame and I mark where the frame covers the Ouija board. And then I take it out, and then I put tape on it. So if you bought one, you get the tape's already on it for you. And then I do my mosaic. So I do my mosaic outside the frame. And the tape is on the edges, so I'm not mosaicing where it's going to cover up the frame. So this one I glued in and then I grouted, and then after I got done grouting, I took the tape off and I painted the edges black. And then it pops back in the frame. Okay? And this is one way to do it. There's lots of ways to do it. So if you're going to put a dust cover on, then you're going to put double-sided tape. And I'm making this look easy, just FYI. So then I'm going to take and I'm going to put my piece on the paper. And then see if I can find the edges. Back on the top stuff. Got an X-Acto knife. And then I'm going to run it on the edge. Apparently I did not bring a sharp X-Acto knife. So it's tacked in, I've got the dust cover on. Now I need to put a hanger on it. Generally hangers go a third of the way down. If you put it right in the middle, it's going to lean away from the wall. Okay? And I usually put a pretty tight wire on it. Some people do a loose wire, but then again, it's going to want to hang away from the wall.
Also, they stretch.
Yeah. So this is an awl. The only purpose of this is to make it a dimple. So 8 inches, so I'll go about 5.5. So I'm just making a dimple at 5.5 inches. Yep. Yeah. So some people use the screwdriver. I usually just muscle it. And if you bought one of those frames from me, or from the frame kits, it already has the D-rings on it. This is braided wire. Please don't ever use fishing line. What else is yarn?
They also
Rope.
make now it's like plastic coated, like
Oh yeah.
braided wire, which is nice.
No, this one's pretty small. If I have something pretty heavy, I'll go through the D-rings twice. If it's really, really heavy, I will put another D-ring down here, and I will connect the three so it's like a girdle and it pulls it up.
Yeah.
That's a good idea.
So this one's really lightweight, so I'm not going to worry about it too much. So then, did these have cutters? Maybe. So then I put my wire on, and to finish it off, put a couple little bumpers on. That way it doesn't scratch the wall. And then, I don't have one. Usually I use this ATG tape and I put my business card on the back.